Hello there. This is Tarot Broad again, bringing you a collective reading on what's going on. Turn this up. Okay. All right, let's start this reading. It's a collective reading on what's going on at the moment for you as you get this reading. At the time, it's a timeless reading, so hopefully it'll resonate. If it does, please hit like and recommend me. And maybe in the future, if you would like a healing, they're free. Just leave a comment and I will do a distance or a healing for you if you like. Okay, but for now, let's get a theme of what's going on with the collective here. Okay, I got it's time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. So that would be the theme. It seems like there's something possibly that's just no longer serving you. Maybe you spent too much time on it. Could be something that is just not bringing you anything good or just holding you back, slowing you down, whatever the case may be. But it looks like the theme is it's time to move on. So what we're going to look to see here, we're going to just pull another card from a different deck, and we're going to start with asking some questions like, excuse me. What is it that you need to move on from, for starters? Oh, pull two cards. Okay, you got the Moon and the King of Wands. What I'm getting from these two cards is, in the Moon is like something that's kind of a mystery, right? And then we have the King of Wands, which could represent a person too who just, is just someone who's probably doesn't, has its own way of doing things. Someone who just wants to go about his own way, have his own way all the time, etc. is what I'm getting. The book might possibly say something different, but this is what I'm getting. There's someone who has his own fiery passions, that you know of, that just has an air of mystery to that person. For me, what I'm getting is somebody here that it represents a person who just don't know where they stand. Here, my goodness. This whole time, couldn't even see the cards. I'm sorry. Here they are. Yeah, it's just somebody, you just don't know where they stand or what's going on with them. So What else can you tell us? What else can we know? What's going on here? For the collective, what else can the collective know? What's going on here? Silver. Okay, what else can you? The Hanged Man and the Knight of Pentacles. The Hangman usually represents like some kind of situation or something that's more or less self-inflicted. And it's kind of like you're sticking around here knowing that you're probably just better off, you know, you can do better on your own. Gosh, what is it with this thing? I'm so sorry. This is just not cooperating here. Okay. Yeah, this is like kind of self-imposed, like this situation here. I mean, you're aware that there's just some stuff that you just don't get, or something just doesn't, there's just too much uncertainty here with this individual, but you're still hanging around this person. It's kind of like you're waiting for something, you know. At the same time, it's like you also have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is kind of like one of the slower moving knights of the deck that requires a lot of work. That's what you've been doing. You've been really like just pulling, trudging and trudging and trudging along with this person and still sort of getting nowhere. It seems like, or just, you just don't know where it's going. It's just too much mystery, you know. And we have a theme here with the, it's time to move on. So it's probably just something that it's as, it just seems like whatever it is they have to offer, that's pretty much all they have to offer. And I just want to stress too that I'm not a, you know, like a professional, like counselor or, you know, or advisor of any sort. Just keep that in mind. But that's kind of what I'm getting in these cards. So let's see here. We're going to use an additional deck just to ask some more questions. Let's get the Rider Waite going here. Now why is it that this person just is too much of a mystery or difficult to figure out? The High Priestess. It's like this person represented by the High Priestess. This person's like powerful, but in a different way. They're very quiet and they have their own set of ways of doing things. And it's someone who it just sounds like they're a little on the spiritual side. Or it's someone that really rests on their laurels. and just is kind of inflexible in a way. Can you tell us anything else? Can we know anything else? Alrighty, this is just okay. Well, this person's just or the situation here just kind of reached the point where it's just too many things that have just kind of not gone well or as hoped. Let's just put it that way, as hoped. Um, or the situation, whatever it is, it could be that person just has had a lot of things that haven't gone well for them either, and they're just not as enthusiastic about anything when it comes to whatever kind of relationship you have with this person. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to ask for an advice card. Let's get some advice. What advice can you give to improve the outcome for the readee? The Five of Wands. In this card, what I'm seeing is you should, as far as advice goes, maybe collaborating with other people or just doing things with other people, might be kind of beneficial at this point to sort of just reset yourself, maybe inspire you with newer ideas or just to enjoy yourself a little bit. How about what more advice can you give? I'll improve the outcomes for the reading. It's the Eight of Cups. Here, it's kind of like, see the person there is sort of walking away into the unknown, kind of. There's 8 cups, but he has his back turned. But it seems like more like someone's trying to walk towards, kind of like when someone goes on a hike to sort of clear their mind. Just what I'm getting is just to sort of just walk away from whatever all this is for a little bit. I mean, you can always come back to it later. But like what, cups tend to mean like emotional stuff too, and maybe it's just kind of walk away from that for a little bit so you can clear your mind. Okay, I'm just gonna pull a few more cards for words of encouragement. you got the Nine of Wands, the Moon, and the World. So now you got the Moon here as well. So now the Nine of Wands, you see how these are already like kind of stuck in the ground? So they're already implanted. It's like ideas already implanted. And you have one that you have in your hand here. And you're just trying to figure out what you're going to do with it. Okay, and then you have the Moon. You know, Moon usually depicts mysteries, as you can see. And you have the World, which is like, you have the circle. It could also represent like a cycle that has been sort of completed. You know, or you have a lot going on. So I think what these cards are trying to say is to, since you have all these ideas already planted, you got that going, and then you got one more here to sort of just go with it, you know, and just you're going to be contemplating to contemplate just all the possibilities and go with the one that feels most comfortable to you. And just a reminder that you're completing a cycle and then you're going to start a fresh one. See? Okay, let's just close out with one more card. Queen of Wands. This is like your next step card here. Let's just put it that way. Your next step card is the Queen of Wands. And that's what you're stepping into. You're stepping into ownership of yourself. You see how she has a wand in one hand, a flower, or what looks like a flower on the other, like her little treasures and things. She's on the throne. You got a little kitty cat there and everything, and she's just admiring to the side everything that she has, like if she had land or something like that, and everything that she's created for herself. Kind of like the freedom that it seems to depict here. So Queen of Wands energy is good. The Queen energies are always good. So this is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy.